Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have to take this warm water to try and get back my voice, guys, but I've missed you and I have to continue talking to you about issues of life. And today we are discussing an issue of dowry payment in the village. Guys, these days in the villages of Kenya, it is the dowry day. A daughter of the family is getting married. So there's this function before the wedding that is happening. And it's a function that you call all the relatives to come. And guys, you have called them so that they can discuss, the elderly men of the village can discuss the dowry payment. And it's a big function. So guys, you will not, you as the family you'll have to call everybody. But because, let me tell you what happens in the village. You go to your neighbor, you tell them, okay, I'm having a function on Saturday, my daughter is getting married. So you come for the soda. You see? Then you enter the other home, you tell them the same thing. You go to the other home, you tell them the same. This is because even them, when they are having functions, when their daughters are getting married and their sons, they also call all the other relatives. And you'll not miss to call one relative, because if you do, it will be said that, okay, you are very mean, you refuse to invite this and that person, and you know when they had their functions, they invited you. So they make sure that they invite everybody in the village. And that day is a beautiful day, guys. You should see them carrying sodas and now receiving this family that is coming to take their daughter, the family's daughter. The bride's family, the bridegroom's family comes to the bridegroom's family comes to the bride's home to bring some soda and some money. And that is the time they also discuss the cows they will have to pay for the event. So guys, it's a big function. So everybody, at least everybody in the family, in the village, knows that in a certain home, in Mr. Kamau's home, in Mr. Paul's home, there is a function on Saturday, because these functions usually take place on Saturdays. So guys, it's a big day, and I'm insisting that people have to be called, invited to come for the function. It's a beautiful day. There is music, there's a lot of eating and dining, and people enjoy when they are having their daughter getting married. So guys, I'm telling you, the guys, the thugs of the village, that is the time they are also preparing out there to come and harvest from where they never planted. This is because you can never, ever, you know that they know that this family that has come visiting has brought in some money in that homestead. Because these days we don't receive cows the way during our dad's times. You could be asked to bring 30 cows and you would bring a flock of cows, a herd of cows to the compound, as in cows. These days you count the number of cows that you'll be asked for the dowry, converting that to cash. So the thugs know that there is going to be money in that home that evening. So what happens is that they come attacking such homes in the night. I'm talking about Nairobi, Kenya. And I'm not going to talk about Nairobi, Kenya. I'm going to talk about Kenya. Because normally these dowries and these functions happen in the village. So like, let's say it is in the central part of Kenya, where I heard about this case that I'm discussing today. It is in the central part of Kenya, where the thugs waited and they were actually invited. Because why I insisted that you have to understand that everybody has to be invited, it is because if you omit one person, they will complain that they were not invited for that function, and they will wonder why you didn't invite them. And there's a video I did previously, and I told you that in the village, children belonged to everybody. In fact, the name of the video is Discipline was meted by every parent. If you disobeyed, if you were found by another parent out there who was your neighbor misbehaving, they had the right to discipline you. So even in these functions, your mom will not leave the neighbor and not invite them for your function because you're getting married. They brought you up together as village people, as villagers, and they knew you when you are growing, when you are schooling, and during that function, when you are getting married, they need to be there to see you off. So guys, please like and subscribe to this channel. We agreed we are going to subscribe, and what are you waiting for? Have you subscribed? Please subscribe. So the thugs are out there. They are making arrangements how they are going to come for this money in the evening. So guys, the villagers, you know, when you are having a function, you are all happy, there is a lot of singing, you don't even realize that time is going very, very fast. And the next thing you see is darkness. And that is the time the elders have entered that house. Usually these functions are in a tent outside the house. But now the elders will enter the house to write in the books, to negotiate, and then do some writing for the record keeping in the books, and then the money to be given to the family that time. Usually the money is brought in cash. And these guys have come to know that there is money that is usually brought in cash to these homesteads, and it is left here for the night so that the family may count their money in the night and take it maybe to the bank in the morning. But for that night, that money has to be in that homestead. So what happens? Guys, all the money that is brought in that home for dowry, hey, at night, 1 in the night when you are sleeping, you'll hear pangas and machetes breaking at your door in the night. And these guys are threatening, open. And if you don't open, we are coming in. We are coming in. And if, should you joke with us, we are going to burn this house. They want the money. And they are speaking from out there. And let me tell you guys, usually you open for these guys. You know why you open the door for them? It may be a steel door, but you still open. Because if you don't open, they'll burn the house and you'll be killed. But if you opened with the house, you'll face them and tell them, okay, this is the amount that munataka nini. What do you want? They'll say, bring all the money that was brought here during the day for dowry. And you'll say, okay, here is the money, and you spare your life. You give them the money. So guys, at least you'll be spared. Your life will be spared, and your family's life, and they'll take the money and go. But guys, why should this happen in a country where there is a rule of law? That you get visitors even in the day, and when they see vehicles in your compound, they'll come breaking your door at night to get the money that you received from the visitors that they saw in your compound during the day. More especially if your gates are open. And because of the sizes of the shambas, the farms in central Kenya, pieces of land have been splitted, and people don't own very large pieces of land. So sometimes you don't have enough parking to park your vehicles in the compound, especially if you get like 5 visitors, 5-10 visitors. You may not have very big parking, such that you'll have your visitors enter the compound and then you lock the gate. So most of those dogs, they hover around and they see, in that home, we saw 5 vehicles there. We saw 3 vehicles there. Those people must have brought money in that home. So we are going to get that money in the night. Oh no, guys. This should not be happening. I'm speaking about this topic in this video, because this is where we discuss issues of life. And I'm discussing it because it is something that is rampant in Kenya. where a dowry for your daughter will be paid, but that money will be taken the same night. In fact, I was discussing this issue with a person who asked me to talk about it in my channel, and we were thinking that now what you do is you should make sure that the guests that come to bring you that money, they bring you that money in check form. Let them bring a check. And if the check is not possible, if they have to come with this money, let it be like they'll come with the money, and then a family member will go back with them and spend the night maybe in their homes, so that they bank that money in the morning, and or they go and bank the money in the morning and they bring the slip, because these guys will definitely carry that money. In fact, it is you who will be giving them when they enter that house, because they enter the house with a lot of vigor. They want the money. And in fact, this person was telling me, it is better when they get the money, because when they get the money, they spare your life. If they don't get, they will go asking you for your M-Pesa number, forcing you to put the M-Pesa pin, the pin of your M-Pesa, so that you withdraw into their phones the money that you have in the phones, in your phone. So guys, the situation is that bad. I don't know what is causing this, but this is uncalled for. It is a situation that should be discussed. Guys, what happens in your homes, home villages? What do you do when you have these functions? What do you do? Do you sleep with the money? Do you leave your money in your houses and you are safe even with that money in homes? Do you hide your guests when they come so that they are not seen that they have come to visit you? Because in the night the guys will come knocking at your door and breaking at your door. You give them the money that you are brought by the guests that came. It may not even be just the dowry. You may just get visitors, and then at night they come looking for you. It is a very, very serious situation, guys. It is very unfortunate that groups of thugs should be organizing themselves in the villages. Every weekend they are trying to hunt and trying to listen to word in whose home is there a function. And you know, in these functions, like the dowry functions, you have to call people of the village, so they will know on Saturday we'll be going to visit this and that family. They have invited us for the dowry function. There are some functions that you can't hide. Now guys, I don't know, because money has become the root of all evil. But now in this situation, the situation is very, very dire. It's very bad. If you don't give them this money, they slash you. They burn you up. Because there's a way you can maybe tell them this is all they brought, and you hide some for yourself. They'll slash you. They'll slash you with their machetes, and they'll kill you, simply because your daughter is getting married. Guys, isn't it very unfortunate? Let's go to the comments section and engage. Let's engage in the comment section, and we hear what happens in your areas and what advice. This is a channel where we discuss issues of life, and this is an issue of life. Guys, my voice is coming back. It will be back by God's grace. So guys, we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.